very good morning and welcome to the program. The voice is coming to you from Politics and Business TV right here in the nation's capital, Abuja. My name is Medina Azaki, and as usual, I have my team in the house. I have CK Baba, the only Gen Z.
Every time you have different name for me. CK Baba, Village Man, Gen Z father. You better choose one now.
Local champion.
Local champion. The only one that can make a man apologize.
That's a positive one. And of course, the French instructor.
Yes.
Madam Felicia, it's good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, today we are going to be starting on, how do I call it? A refuse note. A bad
environmental pollution.
Environmental and hazard, very hazard. If there is anything more than hazard, this is what we're experiencing right here in the nation's capital. A nation's capital is not supposed to be having excreta waste, flooding neighborhood, flooding the street, and we all walk past it. We watch this video and see just how bad the situation is.
This is your street by the junction of our close Garki area to section 1, where the sewage, central sewage chamber has busted and is overflowing to the main road, splitting over to Garki area through the channel and creating earth hazard with offensive odor. It has been like this for the past 2 weeks. Like you can see in the video, the other video sent, the same thing is happening at area 1 shopping center, where there's an overflow for the past 2 weeks of sewage water from the central sewage line. So we're appealing to the Director of Abuja Environmental Protection Board and the FCT Minister for quick intervention in their usual magnanimity. We want to say that the FCT Environmental Protection Board, until late, have been quite impressive and have been very responsive and proactive. So we are appealing to them once again to help, because by the design of Abuja City, the sewage are centrally connected. So we are requesting for help from management of Abuja Environmental Protection Board to help sort out this situation. You can see a staff of Abuja Environmental is already here, who is there on ground to assess the situation. This is the central sewage chamber, Amaho. Is overflowing for the past 1 week into the drainage, and it's constituting a lot of health hazards. Garki area shopping center in the heart of Abuja, Garki district. This has been the situation. This is what we call water from the sewer tank, excreta water from the sockaway, central sockaway, overflowing the heart of Abuja to the main road. And the same thing with Matuma Kejato, overflowing to what we call the gutter, the drainage on Oyo Street. This is I thought this is uncommon, this is unprecedented, and we are calling on the management of Abuja Environmental Protection Board, as usual in their usual magnanimity, to move and halt this menace. It's overflowing for the past 1 week to the main road, to the stream, and polluting the ecosystem. To the stream to the main road for the past 1 week. From Abuja, Nigeria, this is Kunle Kolalubi, your President, Nigeria Consumer Protection Network, reporting from Abuja.
Yes, this is what we call health hazard. Very, very unfortunate. In fact, when I was watching this video, I remembered my house. Another sockaway broke on my street. And then because my house is down, the road is up, is a bit down, everything flows through. As I'm talking to you now, for the past 3 weeks, this is how it has been flowing. It will flow through my house to the next compound, because it's an empty land where some people manage a poultry and another person is farming, and everything flows down. So it passes through my, so you cannot comprehend the kind of order that we have to live with. Had it was somebody's house, somebody's house, we would have gone there to say, why do you have to cause this pollution and maybe take him to the police and all of that. But this is federal government seaway flowing on the street, and we all walk past it.
Okay.
It's unfortunate anyway. The minister is doing well in terms of opening the road.
We will get to that.
But not playing with people's health.
Well, thank you very much for this wonderful topic, because as one who has stayed in Abuja for 43 years now, I think I should be in a little advantage to talk about this whole thing, because I've seen ministers come and gone, and I've seen what they stand for in terms of area of interest in the area of when it comes to development. I want to commend first and foremost Barrister Nyeson Wike for at least opening the road, like you said. However, I also want to commend the likes of El-Rufai.
Yes.
Give it to El-Rufai as a minister. El-Rufai brought serenity, cleanliness to FCT. In fact, sanity. He touched every angle. And that's why today...
Nobody has broken that record.
Yeah, no,
I was looking forward to somebody breaking that record.
No, he has named himself that name. Each time you remember the demolition.
They only remember him for demolition.
That's what they call it.
Demolition for right reasons. And those places he demolished to allow waterways and all that, sewages and the rest of them to pass, and erosions. People have started building there now. And that explains why we see some of these spillovers on the streets now. I was just coming this morning and I saw a particular popular road. Look at this, leading to the NNPC tower there. Waterlog. It's not supposed to be so. Now, having said that, that explains to us that sometimes what our choice, area of interest reflects in the area of in the way of governance. Area of interest. Wike is interested in road. He's not paying attention to environmental hazard.
Waste management.
And I can assure you, if you go to the Environmental Protection Board as we speak now, probably there's no budget. If the Federal Minister of Health can get at 6 million out of 210 billion, who is that? Who is talking about Environmental Protection Board?
When even teachers in the FCT are not being paid,
the doctors are planning to go on strike and the rest of them.
Yes.
And then secondly, people fail to understand the negative effect of environmental pollution. We don't pay too much attention as Africa. There's this saying that disease or the kill African man. You know, it's
until he dies.
Until he dies. You know, we don't pay attention to these things, and we don't know that these things can lead to the breakout of cholera, all kinds.
That's where I'm coming to, because this is raining season, and you know what? All the water will find its way to the dams, to the rivers,
to wells,
to everything. So we don't pray for it, but are likely going to have a very serious cholera outbreak. Well, if this is not addressed.
Looking at it, they know, thankfully to God, the skies seems to serve as what we call the reverse osmosis that treats water. You know, when osmosis, when water goes up, photosynthesis, it's being refined there and comes back like clean water rainfall. So we thank God for that anyway.
But that doesn't take away the fact that we might have
cholera. I'm telling you, one of the advantages that God has blessed us with is sun. Why it is taken seriously outside this part of the world is because they don't have the kind of sunlight. We generate up to 40 degrees Celsius. You can't put that in America. The white people, they've not seen it.
But the Arab world is about 50.
Thank you very much.
It's even higher.
So we thank God. You see, there's this balanced nature as a way of creating for everybody. If we don't imagine, we don't have that kind of sun here. What will happen to our lives? Because some of this water still evaporates, and of course, like I said, the firmaments have a way of treating this. We have a treatment plant up there that we cannot explain.
Natural one.
That's why I call it reverse osmosis, the membranes and the rest of these are machines that treat water before it gets into the final consumption. Now, let's go to the economic value. We are wasting billions. Do you know how much all these things cost abroad? Do you know the quality of fertilizers this sewage creates for farming, for farmers?
So we're eating shit. That's what you are telling me.
Life is a cycle. Excuse me, you eat grass because each time you eat ram, you eat grass. So life is a cycle.
And each time you eat goat, what do you eat?
You eat, every time you eat dog, you eat poo-poo.
Because the vegetables.
Of course, life is
they live on vegetables.
Have you not watched The Lion King, The Circle of Life?
Yes.
So what are you saying? Those that eat termites, what are they eating? What do termites eat? Caskets and decayed bodies. So life is a cycle. It's just that sometimes psychologically we play down on it, but it exists because with the media, we don't push it, but it's there. Life is a cycle of life. Where you are standing today might be a grave 50,000 years ago.
That you don't know.
That you don't know.
Or even the house that you live.
Thank you very much. That you don't know. So life is a cycle. So let's not even go there. You eat lizard, whatever you eat meat, you eat chicken. Chickens eat feces too. Local chicken.
Maggot and all of that.
They eat worm, eat maggot.
And I remember for those of us who would say, all I do is I eat local chicken. I don't even want
and the local chicken
it's the one that is even worse.
Go and poo and leave it. The chicken will go there, scatter it, locate something there.
Oh, like those that even eat what?
You are staring at me.
Those that even eat pork.
I'm just trying to imagine the chicken that I've eaten and the people that have eaten.
Sewage wastage is we are wasting. It's just like the gas flow.
Directly or indirectly.
You are eating something.
So I've had shit. No, just tell me that.
I'm not aware. So when you look at this, just like we have the gas flaring in Delta State, wasting, these things are wasted. Do you know that the Sockaway can generate electricity? It's proven.
And gas.
Yes,
gas too.
Proven. And gas. So
but
we're not converting this. The advantages are so low.
But you see, you've talked about generation, which is a very, very the economic part of it, which should be very, very important.
Yes.
Even to those who manage this waste.
Exactly.
Sometimes, like you said, we have priority when we come in as leaders. If waste
is not our priority.
I've not seen people going to the minister's office to say, let's partner to manage waste. All I see is people going to say they want land for new city, new that. Always looking for land to create a city within a city. Nobody is coming up to say, look, we can generate electricity from this waste. We can generate fertilizer. We can create jobs for a lot of young men and women. We can also help the environment, keep the environment clean, because when you manage waste, your environment becomes more cleaner and more healthier. But nobody is even thinking along that line. We have a lot of waste in this country, considering our own kind of, population. But nobody is doing that. But I've seen in Lagos, even the people who do waste in Lagos, they are more interested about, empty can and rubbers. Nobody's talking about this Sockaway kind of waste.
No, it's going on silently. Before you talk, it's going on silently because there's a German company that came sometime. What means I was that? And was demanding that they should give him the collection of all the urine waste in our public toilets.
That's what I was coming to.
Oh,
yes, urine.
Yes, what year was that?
Do you know the economic value of urine? Even medically.
Okay.
There are sicknesses in
economic value of urine.
And medical. Your urine. Drink it. Go and ask doctors, they will tell you.
I should drink my urine.
Yes.
Oh no. Let's not go there. These are modern.
Let me understand. Let me understand from this topic. Now you talk about now you're telling me to drink urine.
Yes.
So when I drink urine, what happens?
Value of it.
I've tested my urine. Yes, I've taken my urine. I've taken my.
So when I drink my urine, what happens?
You become healthy.
Serious antibiotics.
I'm telling you, I suffered typhoid. I suffered typhoid for years. I was hospitalized and was even placed for surgery. But as God would have it, I was asked by a nun who is specialized in all this herbal medication.
Yes.
So she placed me on medication for 3 months. In the hospital, they didn't know what to do. I had a perforated typhoid. And from the way, as I was sitting like this,
that's why that it was very big.
Yes,
over 2,000.
I could perceive the odor of what was coming out, oozing out of from my system.
That's a serious one.
Like more than the shit I could see as a normal human being. So I was discharged from the hospital, of course, to go and die. There were holes.
You are discharged to go and die.
Yes, to go and die.
To go and meet your maker.
Telling you, if you saw me as if I was HIV positive. What she did was to place me on 3 months urine medication. Yes.
So every morning you take your urine.
I can't count the number of liters of whatever my urine I took. The first urine in the morning, I was drinking it, and I'm telling you, I became a living testimony. Patients in the hospital.
Hold it there. This you are saying. You are provoking a lot of people now.
Every morning.
I'm telling you.
You take your own urine.
Yes, I've done that too. I've done that. But what you are saying, I would like us to tone down on this. Do you know why? Medical politics is one of the most dangerous politics in the world. I hope you know that.
I think it's one of those. It's going to be a special topic for
do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know the cartel in the medical world? What do you think cancer? All these things are trades. Medical politics is dangerous. That's why the particular countries that have the highest inflows of medical tourists in their country. And they're the one manufacturing some of these things as you. So let's not go there.
Come to think of it again.
No, we'll go there because maybe somebody that is listening to us.
We will go there later.
Urine will help him survive.
It has helped me. Why do doctors?
How has it helped you?
Thank you very much. First and foremost,
Let me
as I'm
not
talking
forget
to
what I want
before you
And I have to land.
Okay, land. No, don't say that here. Carry on. What are you landing? Your flight is taking too long.
Come to think of,
And there are passengers around.
in the north,
Uh-huh.
in northern states, and even in the desert, in
Yes.
Sahel region, why do they take drink the camel's whatever urine?
Urine.
It's of course
No, they
medication.
said that's very medicinal.
It's medicinal and
So
it's
it's-
expensive.
That's your own, no, camel.
Yes,
Camel,
camel.
yes.
If you're able to drink an animal's urine,
Urine.
why can't you drink your own urine? That's the question.
Because
the
animal will
question.
eat all the vegetables and the grasses and
the
all
shit and whatever. You understand?
We are even going too far. One of the most expensive fertilizer in the world is the rabbit urine. When you see people farming rabbits, rearing rabbits, what do you think they're doing? To eat a meat?
I've never eaten
I will take you to the
rabbit
Kokoma and show you one of the
before.
rabbit farms.
I don't.
I went to their life to see for myself. I was not
As far as I'm concerned, they are all rats.
no,
Rabbit and rat, they are all the
because
same
there's
family.
arrow inside.
Oh,
Right?
they are all. For as far as
I
I'm
went to the
concerned.
farm in Kokoma and I saw the rabbit farm and I was like, why is this man really rabbit? And I saw the way they designed the floor of the rabbit. And there's this net, they call it Boko Haram net, very strong net.
Boko Haram.
Yes, it's called Boko Haram net.
Why is it called Boko Haram?
It's
now?
thick. They
So
use-
Boko Haram
they-
is thick.
Yes, they use it to treat cracked walls.
Okay.
When the wall is cracked, they bury it inside the wall and put cement, and that place will not crack again.
Okay.
It will hold the blocks like this. So they used it to do the floor of the cage. And under the cage, I saw something like a pan. And the pan was tilted like this and with a funnel mouth at the edge. And I went there, I saw gallon. 4 liters as a then. That was 3-4 years ago, was sold for like 80,000 naira for 4 liters.
80,000
80,000 naira.
for 4 liters.
Yes, and that if you fix a cup, the cover,
Of that.
you can mix half bucket of water with it and fertilize your crops. And they showed me the crops that were fertilized,
That's organic fertilizer.
organic. And the man said that is the major money. That
Not even because how many people come and buy rabbit?
Do you understand me? So we can see that, these things are discoveries. And when you keep discovering them, that is why they said background. What you don't know, put your back on the ground. It's your background. You don't know. Your background means your level of exposure.
Yes.
So what you don't know is, we even say it in our local parlance, what you don't know senior you.
Wait till no go kill you.
You're not going to kill you, he pass you.
Yeah.
So these are the things. That's what the word background means, actually. So when I saw that, I was marveled. I was like, wow. Sometimes you think you know. When you think you know, you still see that you don't know more.
You don't even know.
You don't even know.
You can only know when a confined.
So don't go in that area of that. You see the medical.
No, let her go now.
The
because
medical
that's what we're
politics is
I mean,
discussing.
dangerous.
helping,
A lot of-
saving it.
we've seen professors. No, we've seen professors. Some people. I was in secondary school when what's this man's name that brought one of the vaccines, local that challenged HIV. Up to today, we're not hearing about him. What's that his name again? That's used one of our lecturers as an experiment. Then, we're not talking about him anymore now because some of these medical political giants will not want you to say some of these things you are saying.
No, but she has to say it, and I have to say it. If I'm, people
They're
are
very
talking
daring.
about- Yes.
In
People.
fact, refer them to me.
Please, what other ways
Refer them
did you
to
use
me.
to
In
get
fact,
him?
They like looking at this the video clip we just
I
watched.
hope you will not tell us that we should go and be fetching that
Not somebody's
that
problem.
waste. I hope that's not what you are telling
No,
us.
no,
To
no,
go and
that-
fetch it
that-
and start drinking it.
No, you can fetch for agriculture. That poo. That one I saw that on your street.
Yes.
That's rich.
Please don't go there.
Not for you.
Please don't.
Okay, why do doctors ask you for your first culture test? What's the first culture test in the morning? Your first urine. I just went for a test. I just went for a test because I'm preparing for something and my wife also is preparing for it. So I said, okay, what is it that we have to do tests to check system, everything.
Yeah.
And it's okay, bring your first urine. You bring your first poo. Why? Are you wondering why?
No, we've done it severally now.
And when you bring it, of course, that is where they determine a lot of health status in your body. The scooter is okay. What do you think they do? They sell it all.
But if it is that, money making, why do you allow it to overflow? The people who farm should just make, put their acts together, put their money together and say, please.
Just lands and farm.
When we were in secondary school, we used to do shifting cultivation. They say,
let's not go agriculture.
They say shifting cultivation. So when you talk about land losing its value,
Following and the rest of them.
So you leave this land, you move to the next one, and allow it to like
treat itself. The grass will grow, die.
After some time, you come back to it. So rather than having shifting cultivation, you can do this, isn't it?
Like this very one. If my father were to be here, this or your whatever, he will be the first person.
Please, your father should come to my house.
What is fun?
The one that is flowing in my house, he can gather whatever he can gather.
Everything straight to his farm.
Please tell him to come to my house with a tanker.
I think one of the reasons why people don't, take advantage of those because the equipments are expensive too.
Yeah.
And so some of these things are also regulated.
And cost of transport.
Now the regulators are not doing the job allegedly, and then allow people to take it. If you go there to sap that thing now, that's when one of the environmental committee will come and meet and say, who permitted you to do that?
Why you didn't do your job?
You didn't do it yourself. You understand? When you go to say, organ diesel, to carry truck, go there. And when they sap these things, they sell it. They come, go to you pay them.
But since they are the ones complaining, they don't have their budget is not being implemented. They don't even have fuel, money to discharge their responsibility. Is it not better to sap and sell? So that you can make money out of this whole situation and save our health.
Maybe the market demand is not high because some people have not really understood the relevance much as they do when it comes to cow dung. I've seen farmers tell you, when they see Fulani man coming, they will tell the Fulani man to allow the cow settle here. So that the cow will eat and then defecate there. And then they will force
That's the best manure.
Yes, they will come out.
Animal waste.
Yes, I of course I have ugu at my backyard now. I farm ugu.
Okay.
I have very big ugu farm. I farm myself. So using sack, the backo sack.
Okay.
So that's why I put the seed like that. Then I create the cage, and then doing fantastically well.
Do you sell?
No, the women in my compound, just for my wife, everybody comes to plug ugu.
Okay.
In my compound, everybody around.
Okay, at least you provide vegetables for them, free of charge.
The only thing I tell my wife is I wait for it to grow big, so that when the leaves are so many, they come.
It should be your side hustle.
I farm my real chickens. If I teach you how to rear chicken in 2 months, you have up to 400 birds in your house. I can make the feed. Like I told you yesterday, I said the way I grew up, you cannot grow like that.
You're a man of many parts.
Yeah, that's why I can't be hungry. That's why I've never been hungry. I've never for the disadvantage of being multi-talented and knowing a lot of these. That sometimes you lose direction. You don't know.
You won't focus.
No, you won't know which one to develop more than the other. Do you understand me? But if you have a guide, that's why the guidance and counseling comes. I had a guardian who told me, this is your strength, communication, develop that one more. I have other sides that I do. So going back to those things, those are very rich. That's why we go to poultry farms and we buy the feces of those birds.
But gentlemen, someday we'll be talking about, when we want to talk about business SMEs, we'll be talking about how you can train people to have 400 birds.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people will be interested in that kind of story. But let us come to our health as residents of the FCT and also our image in the first place. When you go to a place like Jabi Park, just between opposite Zenith Bank, there's a plaza that is there. That excretion waste is almost a daily reoccurrence. And now there are kekes there. There are people a lot of traffic there, people who are entering keke or boarding one bus. And then these guys will be splashing this water, because it's on the road. They splash it. And I asked the question, right up, the flow is coming to your place. Not to talk of me, whose house is another story. And you don't even raise this issue. You don't even arrest. You don't go to complain. There's no arrest is being made. Your staff are entering that place. The people on the road who, because when it splash on you, because some people are even very careless, they just go home with it.
You want to say something before you say
Yes.
I'm not? You start.
No, I'm just enjoying what she's saying because I can imagine a bank being situated in that
kind of area. And it's a daily occurrence. As I'm talking to you today, it has emptied itself. They've even opened it.
They left it open.
They left it open. It's even, I wanted to snap it. Yes, I wanted to even snap it and come this morning, but it just skipped my mind.
Okay, for me, there are 3 factors responsible for such behaviors you are looking at. First of all, you must understand our nature as a people called Nigeria.
Are we dirty people? Why not the dirty?
No, let me come in. Well, Nigeria, if you want to understand Nigeria, visit a traffic jam. Sometimes we don't learn from so many things. Just visit a traffic jam, then you will see Nigeria. No unity. Everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's selfish. Everybody once your car can pass, you don't care about the next person's car. And you see the ones that are selfless are few. The ones that will sacrifice, park their vehicles, come down to see how they can salvage the situation to make sure the roads are clear. You see them very few. The remaining one will on their car, wind up. In fact, the last time I told one, I said, fuel never reached 2,000. That's why it's still not today. Now may go slow see that happen. When fuel reach 3,000, go slow no go happen again now because now
may not get to 3,000.
I'm gonna fuel you go so number one, two, Nigerians have very poor maintenance culture. An average Nigerian has a very we're selfish and then we have poor maintenance culture, especially when it comes to public affairs.
Yes.
I don't want to call some organizations. There are organizations, even as security agencies, just give them a brand new Helios today.
Next week it's gone.
Go and check that brand new Helios next week. You will not see one headlight. You will see one place bashed. And then you'll be comparing their counterparts in other countries where you see you can even import the same security vehicle and sell it still direct Belgium. Do you understand? So we don't have maintenance
culture. But that brings us to the Belgium cars that we used to buy. It's because some people have maintenance culture. That's why we can buy it as a second.
Thank you.
It has a value. We can buy it because 70% of the cars. 70% of the cars that we drive in Nigeria are direct.
In fact, it is Nigeria that tells you the car that have second value. That's why they name it. Oh, we renamed the cars here. End of discussion. Muscle. German mistake.
German mistake.
German mistake. Toyota mistake. This one mistake. Because of why Nigeria will test the car. If you want a car that is strong, and you come and test the car here. If you survive Nigerian road, you travel to Lagos, come out, and your shocks and the bushes together. And the tires and everything are together, then the car is strong. So we rename cars there because why? This place is a place where you can test the strength and the originality of God. That's why we know the one that is American spec, CE, Canada edition, SL, American, all those things you see, they have meaning, but you just drive the car, you don't know. Canada, American edition, the XLE, extra limited edition, and all those things. They also reflect in the strength and the make.
So we can buy a second-hand version.
Yes.
That somebody else was very careful in using it.
Not that they're very careful per se. However, they also have standard of their SOS is working. SON is working.
I've never heard in Nigeria. We just hear it on TV, SON. I've never seen it in action. It's not working here.
There are some countries that the engine oil that they use in those vehicles cleans the whole. There's no combustion in the engine. Detoxicates. In fact, the oil detoxicates just like the human body. That's why when you open those engines, you see the pistons, you see the valves, clean, very clean. The fuel is burning well. That's why Dangote gave an example when he brought his fuel. You saw it. There's a particular station. I don't want to call him.
His own station.
There's a particular station. You see other filling stations like 10 cars. The rest like 300 cars waiting for that one. Because when you buy that fuel, you are sure of your nozzles are clean, which serves as a human nostrils.
Because this is home produced.
Yes, and your plugs is burning very well. So the engine will last. We hear some people go and manufacture one spirit here there and bring it to the country.
Concussion.
And your car, after 3 months, the engine is already jacking, the fuel pump is burnt, and the rest of them. So these are issues. Now that goes to what we are talking about, that with our SON, those cars, those Belgian cars, they have standards.
Now that brings us to, I wanted to ask, as a woman, we have children who walk on this road going to school. Sometimes I feel for these kids who are not privileged to be dropped by a driver. They have to walk the street, and they walk on these visits with their sandal, Because when you go to the hospital and you see the number of people that are complaining of typhoid, and because typhoid is all about this waste and excretion and all of that, you will be shocked the number of people that are complaining of typhoid on a daily basis, including children. The worst is even children. Now you have your kids who walk to school, step on this, he dries up, he brings it home. He will contaminate the other people. You'll be dealing with a number of sick people in your house, not knowing where it is coming from.
Let's not go too far. Just yesterday from work, because of the problem I've been having with my teeth.
Because you said your mouth is not balanced yesterday.
Yes, it's not balanced.
Is it balanced now?
A little bit balanced.
Okay.
So I went to get some.
No, I'll take it where to balance it.
No panel.
Don't use hammer.
No, we have to get
no panel.
Those ones in a put that those will balance it.
No panel. Beat them out.
I walked into a chemist to get some medication recommended to me. and it was raining. It was during that raining time. Yes. As I was there, when we talk of drainages, there was nothing like drainage. The rain was just pouring. It was a slopy place. And to my greatest surprise, from where I stood, I was watching somebody from nowhere. I just heard people say, closing their nostrils and all that. I was wondering, only for me to perceive the same odor oozing out from nowhere. They said it was someone that when it rains like that, I won't mention the name of the particular area. The person, people come out with buckets of their feces, urine, and just pour, and everything was spread.
So the rain can continue from.
Yes, continue from.
So he keeps it in his house.
Endless. Whether from the house
you don't
or
know
from
people
the road.
defecate at home?
That was the question I asked. Why should they not?
He doesn't have a toilet. The person doesn't have a toilet.
You are privy to modern life. That's what you're talking. There are places in some part of this country.
I'm telling you, the place was closing yesterday. It was not held.
And the people there didn't arrest him.
People, children coming back from school or lessons, people coming back from work, you could see them. They were not. They were just comfortable with the way they were moving inside and going.
Have you heard of the bomber? They are big boys in Lagos.
So I could imagine.
Why are you saying that? You grew up in Lagos.
If that happens in Lagos so many years back, it shouldn't happen to.
It still happens in some part of
Somebody should not feel.
In some part of the. It still happens in some part of the. See,
it was in Lagos. I stepped on a black nylon. That was
physics,
it took me physics for some years. I was not using anything plastic.
Because when you see black leather,
I remember the sheet.
What was your pre-modern life before modernism? You poo in the bush now near your house. In fact,
it's better to poo in the bush.
Medically proven, toilet sitting is it's not even as healthy as the bush burning. Now we call it bush burning in school those days.
It was the best.
Bush burning still remains the best of the positioning when you want to poo. When you want
or this other toilet that you have to.
Yes, that one is.
You have to squat. Yes,
it's
medically.
Medically. What mean we're going to the bush to do when you just undress completely and let the breeze and everything goes.
Blow.
That is why there's a saying in my place that don't ask an old woman why she sits down and does not close her leg. Because she takes breeze from everywhere of her part of her body. When we come here, modernism has regulated us.
But that is not an excuse for somebody to excrete in a bucket and pour it on the road.
The person has somebody that where such communities don't have enough development, do we? You cannot do that in my Maitama, can you? I want to believe.
But the community has a responsibility. No, but the community has a responsibility. I'm sure they are educated people. The chemist man is an educated man. How does he sell drugs in that kind of filthy environment?
There are two kinds of drugs going on.
No, honestly, in my life, I never saw such. I was just speechless.
I want to believe
normal human being walking on
is that a cosmopolitan? Is that a metropolitan area? No, it's not a developed area.
No, it's a developed area.
It's a developed area
with good roads.
Yes.
Good serenity.
Yes,
this is happening. With drainages. Happening. Somebody is still. I don't think maybe because people behave the way the environment is too. Somehow, when you come into this studio, subconsciously, have you been to a house that is completely rugged? TOP, everything. Somehow you will see your leg pulling slippers outside.
Some people don't have that too. Some people don't have. Some people will
walk
into.
Your case is different.
No, some people will walk into your house, well arranged, take their two legs, put it on top of your couch, sit carelessly
with canvas.
With canvas. In fact, they will.
I have a cousin. I'm sure he's listening to me. Your car, he will stand watching you wash your car.
Thank you.
Yeah, he won't fetch water for you. You scrub out because I can't drive a car that is not washed. No matter how late I am in a hurry, I must clean.
But the day we entered your car, it was very dirty.
No.
So let me not say it. Yes, we entered your car and the inside was very dirty.
No, not my car.
It's your car.
It's not my car.
Your car.
Better check it's not my car.
It's your car. How many cars do you have? The one that you came with?
No.
It's your car. Maybe you forgot to wash it that day. So don't tell me that you washed your car.
No. Maybe the date you are referring to, maybe you saw my jacket at the back.
It's not a jacket. I saw sand. Yes.
Let's leave that for now. It's not my car.
It's your car.
It's not my car. Put it to me.
I said it's your car.
Okay, thank you very much. I know you want to disgrace me. It's not my car. And back to what we are saying. Yeah. You see, so I have seen my cousin will just enter the car and then take his two leg with what we call in our local palace poto.
Yes.
Shwa on the dashboard. You talk, you tell me, say, bros, I beg, nobody you get car now because if you don't make I come down. So you are correct when you say there are people like that. It took him years until one day I had to land him dirty. I have to land him dirty hot slap and reset his brain. I said, my friend, am I your mate? You will see me washing the car, you won't help me. That goes to another topic.
Yes.
How this young generation has lost
yes.
this African respect.
Yes, respect.
Common sense has disappeared. And somebody said common sense. Why we have lost common sense in this generation? Because of the kind of food that we eat. When we eat a lot of food with all the kind of condiments inside, your brain is just flushing like that. You never have sense. We ate organic food. We went to the farm. I found potato. I found maize. Even going to good schools. I thank God for my mom.
We used to have farm in schools. Remember in those days?
Yes, agriculture. Practical agriculture.
Yes.
When you offend a teacher, you go to the farm.
Home economics. Some of us did learn how to knit, sew. We even have home management.
If you offend a teacher, what happens?
You go to the farm.
You go to his farm and go and serve punishment.
Yes. We even have a school farm where, as if you come late, you go there.
A lot of punishment.
And weed the grass.
You even do stomping. You know what's called stomping?
No.
Those trees that you've cut, after cutting a tree, the remaining shot, the remaining tree.
Okay.
That has roots. You have to remove the stump.
Gabadaya.
That you stay from money. We'll be at the class writing. Say, yeah, sorry.
But you raised a very important issue. You said this particular generation, no common sense, no sense of hygiene. All the Gen Z brain is blocked. They don't even know anything other than to do some nonsense.
You eat noodles.
Yeah, because they don't even want to cook.
Huh?
They don't even want, everything has to be fast.
So noodles is so light and your brain is light. You drink juice, noodles. Fry this, fry that. When we ate early morning, swallow with ogbono
or egusi.
Can you give try it, any child born within age, within 10, 15, go and give him swallow. My children don't eat swallow. My children.
They say
they must take this one, is in yellow soup.
But I think we still have some, like I told you, my friend said she does German foundation in the morning. So her 6-year-old takes German foundation in the morning. I say, Mommy, when I get to school, I don't feel hungry. Say, I only drink when I say, very good, continue.
So that she gets used to it.
But it brings us, because we have a generation that is very dirty. Very dirty. Even to wash their clothes.
They don't
it's a
wash.
Problem. They are on this. It's a problem. If you have them in your house, in fact, that house will be stinking. If you are not on top of this situation, because they want you to get a maid.
Washing machine.
Who will wash for you? Even the washing machine, they won't operate it. Because washing machine needs you to operate.
Did you wash with washing machine? But it's still.
When we go to the villages, we'll wash in the stream now.
This one that you have to.
Yeah, I don't do like, but I wash inside that stream. I
will pan my jeans. I'll pan the thick clothes. You see,
and I tell you today, there's no Gen Z that want to wash the way we did.
Have you finished your salon? Have they finished his salon nails?
It's like those of witches and wizards or whatever I will call them. I'm sorry to say it. So how would they be able to even wash?
I am a tanga.
Sometimes I ask them. I said, but you know one thing. But if they go to a restaurant, if you decide to take a Gen Z girl to a restaurant, she wants to eat fufu. She wants to eat the fufu that she can't prepare. The eba and ogbono that she cannot prepare. But she wants to do. And how does she eat it with those what do you call it? Ayamatanga fingers.
Some of I don't want to even go. If we start talking about those people, you won't finish.
Like the ones you told us that they wear boxer and kiwo for akara. Bomb shot.
They will see them. Excuse me, and you can't fry it.
Excuse me.
My wife is one of those Gen Z too. I will not even spare her. My wife, I taught my wife so many things. Yesterday, I pounded that bowl in the night. I pounded that bowl. She brought it and she was asking me, so this is, my friend gave me this back bowl. And it's looking, it says, according to what she said, it's half done. She doesn't know anything about it. How do we make it, process it to the final stage? And I was looking at my.
Imagine. You're asking me.
I said, okay, bring leather, tie it here, because I can fry gari. I can do a egusi.
You're all around that.
I went to my mother. You know the kind of mother I have and where I grew up. My father was very successful. He was a deputy director engineering department. But my mother never allowed it to enter us. My mother refused.
You have to do it the hard
way.
I remember some years, those days, when my sister wanted to cook, my younger sister wanted to cook jollof rice, and my brother bought geisha. And she was asking him, what do I do with this geisha? I said, just throw it inside. You're asking me, Until today, I laugh. He said, I brought this geisha now. I'm cooking jollof rice. What do I do? He said, you're asking me what? I say, open the pot, throw it inside. It will cook. So just like that, say, I'm very stupid. I brought something asking me.
You are going far.
I didn't deserve such an answer.
My children, my wife and my children, they cannot behold a chicken, live chicken. They will run away.
So you have to kill it and give it to them.
They can't even, after killing it, even to butcher it, they don't even know where to start.
But after frying they eat.
They will eat more than you.
I think we need to go on a short break.
Yes.
And when we come back, we'll be looking at the health economy. Why? Yes, so that we can leave the other one for tomorrow, Friday. So we'll go to the health economy and how the health economy is manipulating the whole world. So while you are getting sick every day, somebody else is
cashing out.
It's cashing out.
The
In
globalists.
dollars, in pounds, in naira, in kobo. Even the herbalists themselves, including Madam Felicia, who is a therapist. She's also counting her naira and kobo while you are ill. So we'll come back after the break. Stay there.
by the junction of a close Garki area 2 section 1, where the central sewage chamber has busted and is overflowing to the main road, splitting over to Garki area 2 through the channel and creating earth hazard with offensive odor. It has been like this for the past 2 weeks. Like you can see in the video, the other video sent, the same thing is happening at area 1 shopping center where there's an overflow for the past 2 weeks of sewage water from the central sewage line. So we're appealing to the Director of Abuja Environmental Protection Board and the FCT Minister for quick intervention in their usual magnanimity. We want to say that the FCT Environmental Protection Board, until late, have been quite impressive and have been very responsive and proactive. So we are appealing to them once again to help, because by the design of Abuja City, the sewage are centrally connected. So we are requesting for help for money to help sort out this situation. You can see a staff of Abuja Environmental is already here, who is there on ground to assess the situation. Thank you. This is the central sewage chamber.
Welcome back. The program is still The Voices, and we are discussing health, the hazardous, health condition outside there. Where in the course of this discussion, we have touched on so many things. We have touched on people. You just raised one issue here where you say the Gen Z girls are more dirtier than the girls, than the boys today. They are only clean when it comes to their hair, their skin, and their fingers, and all of that.
Facade.
Minus that, everything else, zero. But let us come, that's a topic for another day. And I wonder the kind of marriages they will have with a dirty Gen Z, lazy Gen Z boy and a dirty Gen Z girl. I don't know the kind of marriage that will happen and the kind of generation that will come out of that. But it's going to be a whole lot of fields if we're not careful. But let's go to the health economy itself, where today everybody solution, but coming out with haphazard solution. And truth. Nobody tells you the truth. They only tell you, go to do this lab, test A, test B, test C. You might end up spending more money on tests than even on drugs. Now here comes the middlemen, the therapy, the herbal, the ones who have healed generations before now, and it has worked effectively. But they too also want to cash into the health economy. So they don't tell you the real truth. The plant that they're supposed to give you, they don't give it to you. They keep making you to come until they know that they have exhausted so much, from you. How do we understand this health economy and tell ourselves, look, with simple hygiene, with simple lifestyle, with deliberate, like you always say, with deliberate lifestyle of trying to
being deliberate.
The act of being deliberate in terms of your health, will save people from cashing out from you as far as the health economy is concerned. I mean, the health economy, if we're going to break it down, is trillions of dollars every year.
Okay, you want to say something?
No, yes, you will say something.
Okay, you want to start?
Yes.
Okay, I should start. You don't cut me. When I start, I say, but now I don't like that. Yes. Okay, first and foremost, let me start by saying that one of the ways we can also curtail, disarm these health politicians. I call them health politicals because they are controlled strictly by the globalists. I told you about the globalists and the haters of humanity, those who sit down and they cash out from every disadvantage. They don't care they don't care. We've seen videos of people who make fake drinks.
Yes.
In fact, I have one that made fake red oil with dye. And it was caught, all those things. So those people, the way they think, they don't just care. What they care about is just the money. Now, one of the ways we can get these things done is, let me start by saying, one, you have to, on your own, the average Nigerian does not go for tests, checkup. How many times have you walked up to the hospital? Let me just go and check myself.
Very careless of us.
Including me sitting do you know the movement of your lips is a sign of stroke? How many of you know that? When your lips are sometimes you just see the lips moving on its own. That's a sign of stroke.
It's giving you signal.
The neurosis is blocked. The cerebrum is not connected that much. The arteries are not functioning very well. So as a result of maybe cholesterol or something, and then before you know that side of the body backs up. Maybe it's as a result of nicotine, or maybe if you are for those who smoke or have excess alcohol. And that is why you must go and find out your blood. There are blood groups who can resist alcohol. That's why you see somebody drink. There are chimneys that you look at them, they live up to 90 years.
What blood group is that, sir?
We have I think AB positive, we have AA positive. We have blood groups that are vulnerable to mosquito bites. B positive.
A plus.
Yeah. So how many Nigerians know this? I got to know because my wife was sick at some point. I was in the hospital for almost 1 month or 2 months. And it's being my kind of person, I don't see anything without asking questions. I'm a very curious person. Why?
That's why you are a journalist, isn't it?
Yes, by default. I am a journalist by default. Why is this thing? Even statements I will make, I query those statements to know why monkey, but why did they make that statement? People just live carelessly like that and
they
just
don't ask questions.
You don't ask questions, and the foolish question you ask is the one you don't ask at all. The foolish questions you ask is the one you don't even ask at all. So I was like wondering what's going on, and I found out a lot of things about the power of understanding your blood group and your genotype. Very important. You know the functions, the strength of the blood and the weaknesses of your blood. And that is why some people can smoke up to 95 years and they don't have any cancer, they don't have any disease. You go and follow him and smoke. And in less than 5 years, you packed up. You don't know your strength of your blood. You don't know. So I now found that that's why we don't go for checkup. I go for checkup. There's a particular headache. When you start having that headache, I think it's the back of your head or somewhere. The day I started having it, I complained. I said, this lift, when the lift comes out, my head, like vibration. I went to check if I have BPO, and the doctor said, I'm fine. I never paid attention to warm until I almost died. Just warm.
We don't even deworm ourselves.
Deworm, there's the whole of this lower abdomen. I could not understand myself. Could
that be that because we don't check our health, we don't carry out certain
at all.
And so these global economists take advantage of that. That were very careless people, especially the black man.
Secondly, we don't read. Somebody one day carelessly just took one of these fast. I don't want to call the name so that people will not. I don't want to market any company.
Okay.
But children love it a lot. It's crunchy. And so let me even read.
What is even there?
The preservatives. And discover that what is used to preserve that very product is used to preserve their body. And it's in the market out there and people are eating it. Is it not recently that NAFDA started closing down some noodle companies?
Yes.
When it's discovered that one or two, I read it when I was in one of the radio houses, that one of the elements used in making those noodles are cancerous. You know why we say Africa no dey kill a disease no dey kill Africa man? That was in the pre-modern days. Oh.
Now they kill well.
Now they kill. Oh. Because the African man that is saying it now has left primitive life. Do you know one of the greatest blood regulatory system in your body is to walk barefoot?
Yes.
Now
therapy on its own.
Now the United States, the company United States have made the slippers that is the sole. I mean, it's the foot side is rough like gravel. So
that it can be pinching you.
I walk with my bare foot.
They say walk on sand.
My children play with sand. One month, my wife was trying to do this Gen Z mother. You get it? I said, Mama, leave my daughter there.
We played with sand now.
Don't we smell sand?
We played with sand.
What about eating?
One of my best smells is when this rain, this drizzle on sand. You know, there's always odor that comes. I love this.
Don't do drug abuse. Don't go inhale.
I hear that sound from sand. It's not drug. It's sweet. It's not drug. It's not drug. But you see, we live these health companies, health economy, they take advantage of your ignorance not to read. When you want to hide something from a black man, you do what? You put it in what? Writing.
Because he doesn't read.
You don't read. Do you know some drugs that carry cocaine?
And we take them.
And we take them. You know, and with a lot of things, some of these drugs, I think videos where they open some of these capsules and you see nails.
Some needles.
And then you take. And do you know how they discover one of the most powerful malaria medicine today? And that brings me of going back to our roots. Even in the holy book, Genesis, they told us that everything that will cure a man is in the bush. Everything. They didn't say some.
They say everything.
Now, one of the best malaria drugs, you do know how they discovered it?
No.
I think it was in Brazil or in India. They saw the mosquito perched on that tree and the mosquito fell down and died. So they took that mosquito to the lab and checked, just perching on the tree and you died. And they discovered that the back of that tree carries serious anti-malaria.
What tree is that?
I didn't know about the tree, but I know the drug. I don't want to call the drug.
Okay, what's it? No, call it. You'll be saving some souls here.
I'm a 10.
Okay. That's the best drug for malaria.
One of the best drugs for malaria. I'm a 10. That's how they discovered it. Back of the tree.
Do you know the tree?
I don't know, but you know, this Yorubas, that is why today, sorry to say,
yes,
the Yorubas, with due respect, live longer in Nigeria.
Because they concentrate on the herbs. They don't take it for a joke.
I was privileged to see the father of Dumeji Bankole, former speaker, 88 years. When I saw him, madam, even me that is less than almost 50, we can compete favorably for strength. And I sat down, of course, my normal person, I was talking to, I was, daddy, and they said, they bring his agbo, original agbo.
You know, in Yoruba land, you don't wake up in the morning to drink tea. You wake up in the morning to drink agbo. That's what welcomes you in the morning. There's nothing like tea, sugar in the morning. You take that agbo first.
That brings me back to the urine that I drank.
Yeah.
It was in Yoruba land I learned.
Okay.
It was a Yoruba woman who placed me on that.
What are you talking about? Teeth? What
Does it also have some spiritual? No, hold on. Does it have some spiritual inclinations?
No.
That when you take urine, some things happen or not happen? I don't know.
She told me what to do. She said, if you take this, from the very first day you begin to take, you'll be urinating constantly.
Okay.
So I was not going too far from where there was a restroom, since I knew what will happen.
So it means that was everything has to go out of your system.
It was washing my system.
The one I know is that the one of teeth.
You know, like from what the test showed, that I had holes on my intestines.
Your one has even gone worse.
So as well as intestine get plenty like this.
I'm telling you, holes. And they were supposed to cut off my intestines and join them. Me, we are looking at now.
Okay.
But that one.
And today your mouth is not balanced.
The mouth today is not balanced. Yesterday
was. That one I will not program. I will take you to a place in Kabusa. The woman is one of the most successful women in Kabusa. She's a Yoruba woman. All she does to cook herbs. If you see her herb factory, that was where my wife was cured of toothache without removing teeth. I'm telling you now. My wife was cured there. I took her there. Somebody referred me. When they gave her, she held it in her mouth for days. My wife did not remove teeth.
Yeah, even going far. Some years back, a driver in my area took my younger sister to somewhere in Niger State. What do they call this place? Before Suleja, I've forgotten the place. And my sister said when they went there,
Gawaka?
No, I've forgotten the place.
Before Suleja.
Before Suleja. I've forgotten the place, but if I remember, I'll let you know. No, I can't do. I will remember. That what the woman just did when they came, because my son she removed one, and the doctor that removed it, one of this hospital, didn't even remove it well, so the gum got swollen, and then the other parts to continue. So she can't even talk. So the driver said, "Look, I'll take you somewhere." So they went. She said the old woman just went behind her house. There were some leaves that she cut. And then she just like squeezed them and then put it into her mouth. Asked her to hold on for 5 minutes. That by the time she poured it out, she saw those small insects like worms
coming out.
Everything. She did that like 3 times. Then she gave her some herbs that they have to boil with red potash. There's this, I've never known that there's a red potash.
There is.
That she has to boil and continue to rinse them out every day, even though it was painful. But my sister never had any toothache till today. And that was what we continue. My brother continued to take his friends there. But there are it was from her I knew that there's also cancer of the mouth. There's a guy who's our friend, he works in the presidency at that time. His brother had cancer of the mouth and they took him there. When she removed all the insects, the worms in the mouth, she now told him that this one is cancer of the mouth. This will not cure it. He will have to go for a surgery or whatever it is. But this will definitely, it could only kill those other bacteria that is combining and making the whole situation worse. So these are very local people with fantastic solution, long-lasting solution. But are they also not sometimes taking advantage of people? Like you said, we don't do certain things. What does it take for us to check? Because they said every year you should do a checkup, twice in a year. Your urine test, cholesterol, this dry, what do you call it? Is it a dry test that they do in the morning? They'll tell you always
culture test.
A culture test. Yeah, they tell you to check your blood, pressure. For those of us that have low blood pressure, we don't even need to.
Okay, let me give you I'm sure the viewers are watching me. What took my wife to the hospital in the first place? Can I shock you?
No.
My wife is O positive, AA. I never knew transformer is that dangerous.
Transformer?
Yes. Transformer almost killed my wife. After spending over 1.something million, it was transformer. When I left the transformer that my wife got healed.
Is it the radiation?
Yes!
Coming from, it's close to your house.
My window. The window of my room.
It's facing transformer.
Anybody listening to me, go to my estate, First Avenue, house 153. It's a duplex downstairs. I was downstairs. Then we partitioned it, then we were living. I was at the floor. That transformer is still there. 500 kVA transformer. Close to the late DIG Jitobo's house. I was sharing fence with him. There he was a CP. So I'm talking from first hand. I'm not telling you stories. Because we took all these things for granted. And my wife was staying there, drying up. She had typhoid. Yes.
It's from one illness to another.
My wife became so, woman that was very chubby, became so dry. And I was doing home treatment at the restaurant. And one day, one doctor just called me. My sister was already arranging for flight for her to come to Lagos so that they can take her, blah, blah. Because my wife was just lean. Just like, she will be stooling and vomiting at the same time. That's how powerful that typhoid. 1,650 wider rate. I don't even know the measure typhoid.
You do.
I don't even know the measure typhoid. She will be stooling.
So transformer is responsible for that.
Transformer was responsible for the what's that called again?
Radiation?
There was something they gave her, the ORT or something, the blue, there was something they called it, and the transformer was really responsible for that. It was aiding the typhoid to dry her the more. And then they took her to the hospital. After much treatment, at some point they were injecting her concept. Now, let me tell you something. They were injecting my wife antibiotics that was not branded. In the hospital. And my wife the liver started reacting. My wife's stomach started going big. And the woman by her side, the liver has collapsed. So she was sweating inside instead of outside. I've seen sicknesses. So
when you sweat inside, you don't sweat outside.
Yes.
But again,
they didn't know what saved me. Somebody now came and said, a retired nurse, over close to 80 years old, my neighbor, God bless him, Mr. Obaro, and said, and came to the table, looked at the drug, and said, you know what? Stop giving your wife this medicine. This stomach will go down. They used to measure my wife's stomach with tape. Tape, tailoring tape. Nurses come and mention, they will come and do ward round, take reports. You will come and see people that are condemned, waiting for death. Those that
in a hospital.
Yes, waiting for death. You see those ones that get no money to continue medication, and the husbands will run away. In fact, you see some of them. In fact, I was the only husband. That was what today my wife respect. I was the only husband remaining sleeping because it was a female ward. I sleep under my wife's bed with mat, praying every day, praying, crying, God, oh my wife, because death greets you every morning now. Death, different languages of response. So to cut the story short, the woman has said, stop this thing. He said, because they couldn't find vein anymore. And I went to call the nurse. That was when I had issue. One of the nurses that said, my beg, wait, let me send me your wife sick. Make I finish my mineral first. And she crossed her leg. I was waiting. I should wait for her to finish. I took the mineral, flamed the bottle. I said, are you mad? My wife is dying. You are telling me I should wait for her. Come and remove this thing because my hand was swollen. And they removed it. And I said, I don't want this drug again. My daddy here said I should not apply it. Mr. Obaro, I think it should be 8 something now. And they said I should sign LEMA. LEMA means I opted out of medication. I signed. And guess what? Without any treatment, the stomach went down. My wife kept urinating, and flat. And then the woman now came and said, one of the daughters now came and said, do you stay close to the transformer? I said, yes. Pack out.
It's one of your problems.
It's one of the things.
But is that not why when people, it's because of this lack of, monitoring, standard, regulation that is killing us the more? Why would you build a transformer close
information
to
too?
And information.
Taking things for granted.
Taking things for granted. And when Corolla, some people never knew that the washing of hands is their gateway to death. Because these hands, it was when Corona came, and they say continue to wash hands.
They will have stopped it now.
A lot of people, confided in me that we never knew that our hands are this dirty. That my salonist was telling me, he said, my auntie, I never knew that my hands can be this white, can be this clean, because I don't wash my hands. That now that I'm washing my hands, I'm even beginning to appreciate the hands that I have. For those of us that are Muslims, because you do your 5 daily prayer, so you're constantly, washing your hand, even if it is with just water. At least that reduces your risks with 50%, even though you're not using soap. But there are people who will not wash their hand from morning till when they take their bath again.
Like me.
Let me, before you learn, my own typhoid, the cause of it in the hospital, from what they said, was that our cook, then in Ibadan, was going to the toilet, coming back without washing hands, and she was cooking for us.
And the food.
Because at the same time,
she wants to add more flavor.
I had accumulated malaria. My case was fertilizer. So she was not washing hands. That was what they said.
And that's why today in my house, as you are opening the door, because the toilet, the sitting room toilet is, as soon as you open it, as you are opening the door, you are entering straight. You wash your hand before you enter and greet anybody.
But we have to come back to the original, which is the medical economy too, which makes how these people are taking advantages of all of us. One of them is what we are doing now. We are trying to enlighten the people of certain things that we think doesn't matter.
So as we wrap up, let's begin to
eating of junk food. We eat.
That's the number one cancer.
Honestly,
now.
We eat.
But we know.
Me, I don't eat junk food. I don't know if you eat. But I don't eat.
Go and check.
I don't eat, but most people.
There's a particular personality I will not want to mention.
You see this? That
they are known. Go and find out a particular personality trait.
Who are those people?
The compliance people. They like junk a lot, and the highest rate of cancer is within that personality. They like it a lot, both are women. In fact, if you want to take a girl that is a compliance personified, yes, don't take her to eat normal rice and stew. No, she won't appreciate it. Go and buy her those meat pie, burger, with all those ketchup and.
How many of us know that by drinking water, we'll be saving our lives? Just drinking water all the time.
The stoning.
That will be healthier than we think. For somebody like me who don't drink water, I have to borrow sense that look, you must drink this water. You must drink this water. And we just see that because for somebody like you, instead of me taking water, I rather take soft drink or I take a coffee.
And pour inside
the pond.
You say the fish, and that is all.